Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing tiny house chess, where the board is 4x4 and pieces can be placed back on the board. The three pieces you see here are the furs, which moves like an X, the dragon knight, which is a knight that can't jump, and the wazir, or as many of you may know him by now, Bob, who moves like a plus. My goal is to get somewhere on this leaderboard by the end of the episode, which means we'll have to get a rating of at least 1830. Let's get started with game number one. Alright, game number one, we get the black pieces. We're only rated 1620. But this is a bullet game. We get king 2, I want to call that b2. I don't exactly know what our best options are here. I guess we'll push the pawn and target the knight. We're put in check immediately. I suppose if I move forward, that's just mate. So I have to take, I believe, and they do take back. Let's advance our Bob so he's not in danger anymore. And we have a dragon knight of our own that we can place. We can jump over here and give check. For anybody confused about how this actually moves, you can count one square orthogonal in any direction, and then any diagonal square, that's where that dragon knight can move to. They do promote, which is actually very annoying. We'll go ahead and move back. And we're immediately put in check, but I think I can take that for free. They seem to have pre-moved that. I need to pick up the pace here quite a bit. Okay, they give us another furs, don't mind if I do. They're rated 1760, so we should get a decent bit of rating as long as I don't flag, which shouldn't be terribly difficult. I think I'm just gonna move my king into the middle and set up some more pieces. Okay, we'll play check with Bob, move the king over. Yep, he does exactly that. We'll move back. Oh, the pawn is free. I really shouldn't have given that up. Yeah, that was completely unnecessary. We'll play check though. And then perhaps we can push the king far back enough that we actually have another threat on the board. Check with the knight, we have 13 seconds. I desperately need to pick up the pace. Check, we'll pre-move the recapture. And then check here with Bob on either of these squares should be mate, because the knight covers these squares. The furs, again, moves diagonally. So I think it's unstoppable mate now. Let's go Bob, Bob the hero. We play check with Bob. Oh, and that's, oh, it's not mate because they do this. Oh, nice find. Good find to Mr. Opponent. Holy smokes, they absolutely destroyed us with that move. We'll grab this furs, however, and this one as well. Holy smokes, what do I play here? Promote, check. We're down super low on time. Check. And that is mate. With 3 seconds on the clock, we managed to just barely get away with the victory, as well as 16 points of rating. Let's go ahead and play another game. Game number 2. We're 1 for 1. That was a very rocky start. I did feel the need to explain my thought process for anybody that hasn't seen this variant before. It can be a little bit jarring at first. And to be frank, even I'm a little bit shaken up at the moment. That was a very intense ending. Okay, we get the black pieces again against Grandma. Hi, Grandma. I didn't know my grandma played this. I'm just glad to see that everybody's involved. We'll move Bob out into the middle and push this pawn. I feel like having this pressure is never a bad thing. They have a diagonally moving furs, which cannot possibly be an issue in our position, considering our diagonal sort of setup. Bob moves over and out of the way. I suppose I can advance. Can't really move into the square though, so I don't know how I continue to make progress in this position. I guess we'll play here, potentially targeting Bob if the king ever moves out of the way. Ooh, that is free. Don't mind if I do take with check. And then we'll promote to Bob. I just love Bob so much. I can't have enough of him. I have 2 on the board. In fact, I'd like to collect a 3rd, if at all possible. Okay, our Bob is threatened. So, I guess I could just trade it off. But I'm going to move my other Bob back. Should they take, I recapture. And my dragon knight is still defended. If I'm not mistaken, this is based off the knight from Chinese chess. I think that's correct. We'll play check. Is there not a mating idea here somewhere? It feels like there should be. Oh, I think I see it. I think the furs eventually lands here. Nice, we do a little sacrifice, a dragon knight sacrifice to drop the furs with mate. Okay, we're getting way better at this. That is another 9 points of rating under the belt, as well as our second victory. I'm feeling pretty good about this. We've queued up for a second game. I know I had an opening that I played every single time, and it served me at least okay. I'll be frank, I don't remember at all what it was. I think it was maybe what the opponent played in this game, but I'd be lying if I told you that I was 100% sure. All right, we're paired again. This time we get the white pieces. I think that was my opening. It just seems really familiar. It may not be. I may be completely hallucinating it, but I'm pretty sure it was. We have to get to, I believe, 1830 elo if we want to get on that leaderboard, so we have a ways to go still. We'll go ahead and move the king towards the middle. We are put in check, which is a little bit pesky, but I think I can advance. And we're not in check by this knight, again, because you first start by counting orthogonally and then diagonally. That's pretty much how the knight moves in this variant. We'll take him first. And now we're certainly winning one of of these two. I mean, they might just drop a pawn for promotion, which would make sense. I think I can take that. Yeah, I think I can take that totally fine. They still can't reach me because of this king, which is just standing in the way. I'll take the bob as well. And I think as long as I don't stalemate, this should be one now. This should be mate. All right, nice. Third game under the belt. How much rating did we gain from that? 7 points. Not bad. I mean, not the largest rating jump in the world, but I'll take it. All right, we're paired again. Don't mind if I do take the white pieces. We'll play our tried and true opening. I say tried and true. We've played it once, but I do believe we've played it in the past, so I think I have some inkling of memory of this being at least half decent. The king comes out. We'll protect it with Bob. Bob, our hero of every story. I think I remember this being very practical because it puts the opponent under a lot of pressure. And obviously when the board is 4x4, sort of just waiting and buying tempo because you're in a position where there's a lot of pressure is really difficult to do. So the opponent tends to panic and do something random. I don't know. I may just be losing my furs now after giving that speech, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. We do grab this Bob with promotion though. Of course we're going to promote to another Bob, the best piece on the board. Do I want to trade this? I don't think I do. Actually, sure, why not? Because my furs is trapped anyways, so there's no other way to save it. Ooh, free stuff? Can't even put me in check because of this. Because of the legendary Bob, of course. Who else? I'll play here, and there has to be mate around the corner. I'm just not seeing it right now. Bob here. Oh, he says big fan. Hey, thanks for watching. Oh, that was totally free. Let me say thanks for watching in chat. Boom, time to play fast. Let's drop this furs back and re-coordinate our pieces. I can't believe I let Bob go like that. I'm a traitor to my own people. Can you add me as a friend? Of course, yeah. And if anybody watching this, let me say yes in chat. If anybody watching this wants to add me, you absolutely can. Okay, the king goes back. We should have mate here. Wait, why is that not mate? Oh, because the king moves up. Now it's mate, surely. Okay, finally we get checkmate. Let me go and add them back for a moment. There we go. I just sent them a friend request, so we should be good to go. They do offer a rematch. Sure, I'll take a rematch. I won't farm them for rating because that's not really fair to them. We'll play check, but I will play one more game, and we're actually approaching 1700, which is quite exciting. Dragon Knight is placed in the middle of the board. No excuses. I can't be giving away free pieces anymore. We'll centralize the furs. They promote to a Dragon Knight. Ooh, this is a interesting line. I don't think we've been down this road before. I think I can shuffle over though. Stalemate. White won by stalemate? Wait, what? Oh my goodness, white can't move anywhere. Whoa. Wait, let me say good game in chat. That was crazy. Wait, so white wins. So if you stalemate your opponent, you lose. Well, that's one way to learn that. Wait, what did white play? I might have to use that. They played pawn forward. Obviously, I gave the natural check. Takes, takes. They placed the knight. I feel like developing the furs is also kind of natural, but maybe not. I did allow that promotion. So instead of taking this as a line that I'll play in the future, if I'm met with this again, I guess I just won't centralize my furs. I guess I'd rather place a furs. No, if I place a furs, I might stalemate them as again as well. Wow, this is crazy. They promote and then moving the Bob over stalemates them. So maybe here I do have to take. Wow, that's super interesting. Okay, we'll queue up for the next game. That's really good to know. I don't think I've ever come across that tidbit of information. If you stalemate your opponent wins. How interesting, which is not unlikely considering how small the board is. Okay, the king comes out to play. What do I normally play here? This? Dragon Knight comes out as well. I suppose I can take. They do take back. We'll push our own pawn. They have a furs to play with. Oh, this Dragon Knight is targeted, and I don't know if I can defend it. Okay, what if I try pushing and then dropping my Dragon Knight right behind? Is this an actual threat of some kind or more of a mirage? I don't know. I'm down to 34 seconds. I need to start putting moves on the board. I'm supposing they're going to promote. Okay, I can take back. They take back with their own Bob, and I'll promote to... The only reason I'm promoting to a knight is because I want to take their Bob. But they put me in check. So I will advance. I don't think there's a mating threat here, at least yet. And they promote to a furs. Interesting. Let me push and see if I can get rid of this Dragon Knight. I guess they could place a furs and push my king out. They could trade Bobs as well. They do. We'll go ahead and take back. We are now threatening the knight officially. We're down to 20 seconds though. It's 1-1. We get 1 second back for every move that we make. Let me see if I can somehow complicate this for the opponent. Let's do check. I need to put them in some kind of pressure or else they are... Oh, I can take that for free. Nice. Let me try not to stalemate them as well. We'll move out of the way. I suppose back is as good as anywhere else. We have 2 Bobs to work with. Let's play this so we can defend. Oh, 11 seconds. Let me focus here. Nice, and we do manage to flag the opponent for the victory. I really wasn't playing for anything specific there. I was literally just playing for the flag, which I guess sometimes you have to do. I was really just trying to be aware that they always had a move to make. I mean, they had this free moving furs, which was quite helpful. We get paired with the same opponent. I suppose I shouldn't play the exact same thing that I walked into last time, but I don't know that I have much better. Let's maybe push this. Yeah, the furs develops. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about earlier, is that when you're under this much pressure, it's really difficult to find a comfortable move to make. So we're going to play this. It's not actually check, but the opponent takes it anyways. We now have a furs that we can potentially place, and they have a dragon knight. Okay, we'll go ahead and take and promote to a furs, so it's also check. King takes back, and I think we have the upper hand now. I think we can take and then take back here. We could be forked with a furs, right? We'll move over to defend the Bob and head back. We're still holding on to him. Holding on to Bob for dear life over here. We'll trade Bob for Bob. That is fair. And we'll play check. Start pushing the king back with the Dragon Knight, the weakest piece, the most difficult one to maneuver. So I'd rather give my first checks with that. Let them establish what they want to do. Ooh, that makes sense. Check over here as well. King shuffles over. This is not free because of the pawn. Ooh. Okay, this? No, this. Targets Bob right away. I'm down to 21 seconds again. I might have to focus up here in just a moment. Yeah, we're put in check, which removes the guard. Unless I just kind of ignore it and defend this. That is check, but I can take the furs. They take, and suddenly we've traded almost everybody off the board. We have check here. I'm trying to restrict the opponent, but I don't believe to much success. Ooh, is there... Oh, there's mate there. As soon as I played it, I saw it as well. Okay, you have to be really careful here not to corner your own king. So keeping the initiative here is really important. And what really happened there is I placed that check, and I thought that I was fighting for the initiative by doing so, but the opponent had this counter check, which put us then on the ropes, right? And this counter check blocks the knight from giving check by moving once orthogonally and then once diagonally. Okay, we'll play this exact same opening. It's been a-okay so far, so I'm going to hold on to the idea that it maybe works. We'll advance our Bob as well. At the very least, it's a position that we are comfortable playing. Oh, I remember what our plan was in the past, was to place the furs there and then take the Bob. Okay, we'll centralize the king. We are put in check, but I can advance this way, and I think we've already played a game with this exact same series of events, right? Because now this is free. This is also free. They can place the pawn anywhere, so the odds of stalemate are incredibly low. I can take him as well. And there should be mate here. I just have to find it. Let's start with check. And then I suppose Bob back here should be mate. All right, nice. We wrapped that one up relatively quickly. Whoa. Oh, we've played mini house before. That's funny. We've played, I mean, not mini house, the variant. Mini house, this exact person. They take, we'll go ahead and, oh, take back. Wait, did I just give up a pawn? I did. Okay, check. We'll see if we can get anything out of that unnecessary exchange. Ooh, nope. We have been... Ooh, that's so bad. Okay. I guess I have to take and then move the king out of the way. And there's mate here as well. Wow, that was so bad. I played that terribly. Okay, maybe we can get a rematch. That would be really nice, because they are one of the higher rated players. So if I can play them a little bit more, maybe I can scrape some more rating in my general direction. But they don't seem to be interested in a rematch, so I will just queue up for another normal game. Okay, we get another game. Okay, we do get the same opponent, but this time we have the white pieces. They seem to have a very different strategy to ours. They also seem to play it with great confidence. Let's shuffle Bob over. They take, we'll take back with check. We now have a furs, but we've lost the pawn. Oh, I didn't see that coordination there. Okay, I guess I have to move back. Oh, and they can place a pawn here. I've been forked again. I assume they're going to see that idea. Oh, interesting. They put us in check. So I could move the king over. I lose the furs to the Dragon Knight, which I doubt is a good exchange for us. Wait, oh my goodness, I'm getting cobbled by this guy. Okay, we'll move up, but we drop Bob in the process. The only hope here is that I get stalemated somehow. So we'll play into that, I guess. They place Bob with check, we'll move back, and surely they follow up with a rather concrete checkmate. Oh, they allow us to take, interesting, and move out of the way. I guess they're just really being careful that we don't get stalemated somehow. We'll play check. They do take. Surely there's a stalemate here. Check? Does that work? We'll see if they take it. I assume they're not going to. I assume they're going to move out of the way and leave us with our furs sitting there rather goofily. Wow, we won! We tricked them! Oh my goodness. Oh, that was disgusting. We tricked them. Oh, so we got all that rating too from the opponent. Okay, the king comes out to play. We'll advance the Bob. Wow, I wonder if that was the opponent's first time seeing that nasty switcheroo as well. We'll shuffle the king. No, every time I shuffle the king over, I end up getting forked. But I don't know what to play here. This, I guess? That's what I've played thus far, and it's been sort of okay. The furs comes out to play. We'll give check. or rather not check, but, you know, set up the Dragon Knight there. The Bob moves over, which I think means I can promote. What do I want to promote to here? I suppose a furs so I can hit this. Oh, they just move out of the way. But then I have this, which is like double check, which is really interesting. So the king has to move out of the way, and he does. We'll play check again. I'm not exactly sure what I'm... Oh, there we go. That works. They have to place a pawn here to block it. Or I guess the furs could go there as well. Oh, that's free, Bob. How did I not see you sitting there in the corner so sneakily looking at my piece? Oh, how did I not even see that idea? I'm blind as a bat. Okay. Wow, now I'm toast all of a sudden. Okay, what do I do here? Move Bob back, I guess? We're put in check. We'll block it with Bob again. And of course, Bob is targeted right away. Okay, we'll go ahead and take. Maybe we can trick this opponent into stalemating us as well. I mean, I'm not down that much material that that's like my only hope, but I'm down enough material that it feels like my only hope. Oh, I have 6 seconds left as well, and I'm dropping this. I should have moved the furs out of the way. We'll go ahead and take. In some universe, I eke out a stalemate here. Wait, why is my clock running? Wait, how did I forfeit on time? Oh, did my move not go through? Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. Well, what's the point of Ethernet if my move isn't going to go through? Okay, a little bit of a sorry loss. We've gotten off to a rather rocky start. Ooh, mini house again. Hello. Back for more of my tricks, are ya? The king advances this time, trapping the furs outright. How did I not see that? Has that always been an option and I've just never known about it? We'll advance this and target the Dragon Knight. I guess we'll get a trade if it chooses to advance. Oh no, they allow us to promote, but I guess we're dropping our own. So we should take here first. I don't know if that makes any sense. It feels right. Okay, the furs comes out to play, targets Bob. We can still take here though. We'll develop to a Bob just so we have a couple of different threats. I mean, they can take either one, but I can always recapture. And I'm pretty sure, are we up material now? No, we're still even. Okay, let's play check. We have to keep this opponent on the ropes. We know that much for certain. Can I place a pawn on the back rank? I can. Would that be checkmate? Why is that not checkmate? Oh, because the pawn itself isn't defended. Oh, that's a rather large oversight. Okay, how about check and then we take Bob? Seems reasonable. We take, and we have a Bob to place again, which we should be able to place on the back rank to deliver mate. So unless the opponent can put us in check somehow, which they can't, then we do win that game as well. Okay, we've at least figured out the 1800, which is nice. I suppose we can play the same thing again. Bob advances. Fair enough. We'll advance Bob as well. King shuffles over. I guess we're dropping this. Takes. But he's trapped, isn't he? So I suppose I could advance. Takes. I take. They take back. I lose my pawn for no reason. I don't know. I'm going to centralize my king. I have a funny feeling I'm going to have to play for stalemate again. Bob does take back. Sure. We'll trade Bobs. And what do we do now? Check. King shuffles over. This furs is pretty stuck back here, but I only have 15 seconds to make something of this position. I guess I'll just make a waiting move. Okay, they try to kick out Bob, so I guess we'll oblige. But if I move out of the way, they can drop something. Ooh, 3 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna have to give up Bob. Yeah, we're definitely playing for a stalemate trick again, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't feel like this is how the game had to go, but it's definitely the direction that we're taking. Okay, I'll move out of the way. There should be mate here for them, I feel. Yeah, there's mate with Bob. Okay, we'll line up for the next game. We get them again. All right, I think this worked last time. No, this worked last time. They take. That seems free to me. Furs advances. Interesting. We'll go ahead and place him right away to see if we can capture the furs. Ooh, it takes again. This is very strange. I'll take. They place a pawn. I see. So this is effectively trapped, I guess is the idea. Okay, I'll move my Bob back, which puts the king in check. So I sort of invite them to capture so I can at least take back and get something out of it. Oh, they advance the king instead. Okay, so I'll move here and at least you have to take this. Right, they do take. We'll advance Bob again. They have 2 Dragon Knights to work with, so as long as Bob is here, I have nothing to fear. It rhymes too. As long as Bob is here, I have nothing to fear. I guess I'll centralize my king. Oh, they're threatening Bob. I see. How dare they? Suppose I have to move back. Oh, that's not safe though because the knight drops here. Is there even a way for me to play for stalemate here? I don't know. I will give it my best shot. They shuffle over. Oh, I have to take quickly. But we're mated by Bob again. I think they've learned their lesson that you can stalemate. We'll play this. They've definitely realized by now that that's generally what I go for at the end is playing for stalemate. Okay, they take, I can't take back. I have to take with the king. Sure. They target our Dragon Knight. Not my biggest concern. I'll play check. King goes back, or rather over. We'll play here. Should they take? Maybe I can take their furs. Maybe I can take back with check. I'm a little concerned because it's getting to the point where it's starting to feel almost random. Oh, I've walked into a fork. Okay, we'll advance the king. They do take. Not really sure what I need to do here. I guess I can take this. And then they'll take here, and then I can take Bob. And they take back. I take with the furs. Is that safe, or should I give check? Maybe I should give check first. And then check again. And I'm definitely out of checks now. So I'll take... Oh, they take back. Oh, I keep forgetting about Bob just sitting there menacingly. Okay, we'll place a pawn near the back rank and also stop any incoming checks. So we'll promote 2. I guess a Dragon Knight is fine. I probably would rather a Bob, but we'll live, I hope. Furs gets dropped. They do take. We'll promote to a Bob, sure. Here. Place another pawn. We have 1 second left. I'm pretty sure they're playing for the flag now, which is fair. I mean, I don't love my... Oh, I've flagged! I forfeited on time. Okay, we'll play again. I'm not making any progress on the rating here, like whatsoever. It feels like I don't even have like a go-to opening that I can play every single time with confidence. Let's maybe try advancing the king this time. I don't know if that actually changed anything. Somehow that feels like it might even just be worse. Oh, it almost certainly is. Okay, they do take. We'll take back, and they're going to take with check. Okay, we've mixed up the game a little bit, which is not really the goal. We'll move back so they can't place a pawn and fork us. I mean, they placed the pawn anyways, fair play. There has to be something that I need to be doing better here because my opening is terrible. Genuinely could not be any worse. I guess we'll take. Might as well grab the pawn and play into some species of draw. Okay, ooh, they don't take it. I think they're a little bit nervous about stalemating us, which is good. That's excellent news for us. That sort of pins, which is really interesting. I can't take their Bob, but I can move my king out of the way. That is a very strange check, but it is a check indeed. We'll block like this. 13 seconds. Yeah, I need to focus. Oh, that's free. I've just given that away completely for free. Yeah, and then I made it in the corner, yeah. Well played by the opponent. We'll dive back into it. I'm trying to figure out what I should actually be playing as my opening because I'm stuck between 1650 and 1680. I have been since the beginning of the episode. So I need to do something about fixing my opening. What exactly that is, I have no clue. So what's the biggest issue? While I wait for the next game. The biggest issue is that right at the beginning, I tend to place my knight on what I want to call b7, and then it's immediately targeted. So I'm trying to think what else I can make of that. Or if I should even play my knight there. Maybe I should just be starting by advancing my Bob. And then I can sort of let the opponent walk themselves into trouble. So I advance my Bob, I move the king over. Yeah, we'll give that a try. Okay, we get a new opponent this time who advances the furs. I'm 99% sure this is, if not their first game, their second game ever, because the first thing they do is give away the furs. So welcome to this brutal 4x4 version of chess. The pawn advances. We'll move the Dragon Knight out of the way. They return the favor. What do we do here? I guess we can just promote. We'll go ahead and promote 2. I guess a furs is fine. It targets Bob. Or rather, that's not Bob, but targets Bob over here. Bob moves out of the way, but then he's free. And it's still not stalemate because they have legal moves on the board, including taking my furs, sure. Check. Feels like there's mate here somewhere. Like we can drop mate here, perhaps? Yeah, okay. And with that, we do get checkmate on the opponent. We'll go ahead and queue up for the next game. I think that might be my new strategy, is sort of hanging tight for a moment and going for that Dragon Knight that gets advanced very quickly. At least some people will advance very quickly, myself included. Maybe that's why that opponent is 1800. You kind of wait for your opponent to make a mistake. And if they don't, if I get crushed by somebody while trying to wait for them to make a mistake, then I'll play whatever it is that they played. And sort of so on and so forth. Okay, they advance Bob. We'll advance Bob as well. That is the opening that I would like to play, and then shuffle the king over and sort of wait. Ooh, they advance Bob again, so I will take it with my furs. Dragon Knight captures. I'll move the king towards the center, now threatening to take and eventually win the pawn behind it. Furs is placed back onto the board. I will take my free pawn. Bob is placed. Now where exactly is my victory? I'll start with this check. They do take. I'll go ahead and take with a pawn, and now my threat is Bob on b1 is mate. So really, I think the only way they can stop it is to place check, but they place it here, which is not check, so this should be mate. It is, and we do win another game. Okay, we're winning back some of our rating, but I'll know really that we've got a hang of it when we get paired against somebody a little bit higher rated and start actually winning some games with, I don't know if it's, I guess you can call it theory, right? Or whatever we deem is theory. Okay, we'll move the king over. It seems we're playing the exact same thing. Oh no, they advanced the pawn this time. So I will still take. The pawn takes and promotes to a furs. Is there perhaps a mate already? It looks like there is. Bob, king moves over. Bob, oh, I guess the king would just move back. Okay, we'll just take the furs. There's no need to overcomplicate this. Oh, they placed the knight with check. Ooh, that's a nice little find. Okay, I guess I do have to advance and then take back. So we've been stripped of our Bob. We'll move over. I mean, they can place the Bob with check and force me back again, but I'd like to make them move me back, right? Because otherwise I'm going to start grabbing free pieces or have threats of my own. Okay, the king does advance. We'll play check. We just need to corner him and then eventually give mate. Easier said than done, but definitely possible. Now, there's no reason for me to flag. What if I just play this? The opponent could take, but then I take back with check. And then we should be able to drop Bob here with mate. Okay, nice. We will queue up again. We're on a rating climb once more, but it's mostly from playing what I believe are newer players. We'll play check. The opponent takes, we'll take back. Now threatening Bob. We'll defend the pawn with our own Bob. I feel like maybe I should start calling him the Wazir, but it's just so much more fun. I mean, he kind of looks like a Bob too. You look at him and Bob makes sense to me. Okay, the Dragon Knight comes out to play. Now, what do I actually do with this information? I can develop my furs, target the knight, and then I'm looking to promote. Oh, Bob takes it. I did not even see that their Bob could take my furs, but that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. My board vision is very shaky. We can place Bob with mate. Okay, nice. Dive into the next one. Okay, we're going to start with the new strategy. I also believe this is a new player. They're rated 1500 with a question mark, so I'm going to assume that I'm the first person they've played in this variant. They do advance the knight, which makes sense. Now we're going to shuffle over and target it, which is what the 1800 did to us. I mean, that's how you learn sometimes. You just have to watch somebody better than you do it or do it to you, and then you can start applying it yourself. So now we should be able to take and then take back with check right behind. Right, the king shuffles over. Now we can move the Bob out of the way, giving check. Oh, they offer a draw. Unfortunately, I'm going to not accept that. We'll play check again. Right, the king moves out of the way. Where's my victory? Do I even have one? Check. Might just be a little too early in the game to be thinking I've won this already. Yeah, the king shuffles over again. We'll move back. If they move back over, I hope it's not a draw. I think I can move a pawn or something, do something different. No, they place a furs instead, which does target the Dragon Knight. Wow, is there really nothing I can do about that? I don't think there is. I think I just have to push, wait for it to be captured, and then I can take back. They do take. We'll take back with check. King shuffles over. We've sort of returned to the original position. Let's place a pawn. How's that? They're lower on time than we are, but we're both down quite a bit. 2 seconds left though, so now I should be able to comfortably flag. They place the Dragon Knight. We'll play... check is not concrete. I guess we'll just play this. They should flag anyways. Yeah, they do flag, and we win that game as well. I'm kind of waiting to get paired with somebody a little bit higher rated. Okay, we'll advance Bob again. I think we'll stick to the strategy and sort of explore where it takes us. They do the same. We'll shuffle the king over. Ooh, they take right away, which means I can take that for free. Bob advances. I'll take Bob as well, and then take the pawn right behind it. As long as I don't stalemate my opponent, we should be winning. Ooh, furs goes to the back rank, okay. How's shuffling over? This is free, so we take with check. Ooh, they do block with the pawn. That's interesting that they know that mechanic. I guess we can just take the furs. I mean, they have one pawn left. We're winning at this point. They have to advance the king, or actually they could move it over as well. But point being is they don't have a lot of moves left. We'll move the Dragon Knight back just to open up the position a little bit, give them some more options. And I think now we can start going for mate. So we have check and mate. Okay, we win that game as well. I think we are at an all-time high of 1680 now. Nothing to be too proud of considering how we've gotten here. Oh, it's the first opponent we played. We'll play check, and here they move Bob over. We'll centralize the king. Okay, I don't think that threatens anything new though. Check, and then I should be able to take Bob right behind. Nice. We'll take this pawn as well. Am I walking into something here? I don't know. I really don't. I don't think I am. I think I'm okay. I can block with the furs if we are put in check, and then I'm targeting this Dragon Knight right behind it. So I'm getting a little bit better about how these pieces actually coordinate. Now I have to make sure I don't stalemate my opponent somehow. Ooh, they take. I can take with check. King moves over. Surely there's mate here somehow. I guess I could just take back too. Ooh, check with the fork. Nice. Good find. We'll advance, but then they just take. Okay, we'll shuffle over and then get ready to take back. Fair play. I mean, they won back the furs fair and square. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take. I suppose they'll place the furs with check. If they don't, then we have some mating ideas. Okay, we'll shuffle. Oh, yeah, we'll shuffle over. We're fine. If they place it here, I can take it. If they place it back here, then furs for a Bob, which is fine, I guess. We'll play check. We have the initiative and we have way more pieces than the opponent does. So we should be able to make something of this. Check again, then Bob on the back would be mate over there. But they move forward instead. Check here. Wow, a lot of checks, and somehow I still don't see mate on the board. Oh, is this mate? No, the king continues to move down. Wow, that is one pesky king. How's this? I place the bob with check. Oh goodness, we're getting flagged here. Okay. Wow, and we're mated. That was an incredible comeback by the opponent. Yeah, I should have taken a concrete moment there to actually calculate. Wow, that was a really crazy finish. To actually calculate how I'm mating my opponent here, because I started placing pieces under the assumption that if I just place enough of them, I'll get mate eventually. But what happens is if I lose any of them by some weird coordination like that, where I drop the Dragon Knight, then suddenly I start losing all those pieces back. So, okay, lesson learned. Once you're up like a whole bunch of material, calculate it out to the end. It shouldn't take that terribly long to do. Okay, highest rated opponent we've ever played, 1974. A lot of potential for rating gain here. Let's see if they play the same opening we do. They say, holy smokes. That's what I say. Holy smokes. Hello. That's so funny. Holy smokes is what I tend to say. Okay, they play pawn to g2. You know what? They're so nice that I would not mind getting blown out of the water by them. Now the question is, how exactly is that going to play out? I guess we'll take here. They do take back with the bob. I guess we'll trade. And what exactly do we do about this now? How about check? Actually, I could have advanced the king and trapped the furs, which now if the king moves over isn't possible anymore. I'd have to play defense of some kind. Yeah, oh, I missed my chance there. I mean, I could play this check too. I don't think that gets us out of the trouble we were in though. I think the king can just hang around here and I'd still be pretty pressured in my position. Yeah, the king goes back. I mean, I can move the Dragon Knight out of the way. We'll try this on for size. We are put in check. Oh, and the bob mates. Guaranteed. Yeah, there's only one move and bob mates there on a2. Oh, good game by the opponent. Oh, they offer a rematch. Okay, sure, I'll take a rematch. Oh, they play the king forward. How amusing. I guess we'll play bob here. And what's the idea? To exterminate? Yeah, to exterminate this side of the board. What did we play against the other opponent in this position? I think we just pushed. I'm pretty sure that's what we did. They take the knight. Okay. Now, I really have no choice but to follow through. So I guess we'll take. And what do we turn this into? How about a furs? That way, if they get a furs, it's not as bad. Oh, they just get a pawn. Interesting. So they don't actually get whatever it is that we promoted into. We can play here now and hold on to the furs. I don't know if we're playing the same game we played against that other player. I'm down to 22 seconds though, so I need to concentrate here for a moment. I'm trying to figure out if there's some universe where I stalemate them, and it doesn't seem very likely, but it seems possible enough that I don't think it's silly to play for it. Okay, we'll move back into the corner. King shuffles back out. I still can't escape with this guy. I guess we'll play this, offer a trade. That does put them back in check, and then I can escape with my Dragon Knight. Check this way. Shuffle the... No, I can't shuffle the bob over. I guess I can take, offer a trade of bobs. Check. Check again. Check. And I think we might have walked into a draw here. Yeah, they can't move anywhere else because it would have been mate. Yeah, good game. I'll say good game in chat. And we'll go ahead and queue up again. We're paired with a 1500 this time. We'll advance Bob. That was really fun. I assume they recognized me, but they might have just said holy smokes because I was so low rated. I think this might be this person's first time playing as well. They're rated 1500 with a question mark. Waffles, I like the name. That's my Roblox username. We'll shuffle the king over. Before you ask why, I don't know. I just thought it was funny because my username over there is Mo Waffles because I want Mo Waffles. All right, the pawn advances. Let's play check, or rather not check. It sort of like pins the bob to the king, I guess is the best way to say that. We'll go ahead and take back. Yeah, the Dragon Knight develops. Now, I think I can just promote safely. Yeah, I think I can promote to a furs, because they shouldn't be able to take back, right? They can move into that square, but that doesn't mean they can move out of it. That's the magic of the way they calculate the way the knight moves. They can move into that square, but they can't actually escape back out. It's a little bit weird, but it works. Now, I guess we just move the furs out of the way. No, there's no need to overcomplicate this. Yeah, we are put in check. We'll move ourselves into a corner. I guess we drop this. Yeah, but they're low enough on time that I don't think it's going to be of concern. Yeah, and they do flag the game. We are still at 1680. Okay, we get paired with the same opponent. I'd like to at least be 1700 before I end this episode. I mean, if I try to do a rating climb and I do a climb of 4 points, it's okay. Like I did it in Cross Derby but I actually walked away with some new information, some knowledge that I could apply. I'd rather not walk away from this one though without at least a little bit of a jump. We're threatening the Dragon Knight, so we see the Dragon Knight, but it does not see us. Okay, that is a free Bob. And again, as long as we don't somehow stalemate them, we should be winning. So like dropping a furs and then taking here should win the game. Okay, they advance the pawn. Check. And I think it doesn't matter where they move. Bob here should be checkmate. Yeah, we do win the game. Let's go ahead and move on. They offer a rematch, but I'm just going to queue up normally. If we get paired again, we do. Sure, that's fine. We're rated 1686 now. Bob advances. We'll shuffle over. Yeah, that is a free furs as far as I can tell. I'll take it with the Dragon Knight. They take, we take back. It's still not stalemate. And I think we just have Bob here and then furs up, which delivers mate, assuming they move the pawn forward. If not, then just Bob here is mate. Yeah, so Bob here, we advance the furs, and that should conclude the game. Nice. Okay, we're almost 1700. We're getting really close. It is time to get paired with a higher rated opponent and then get smacked back down to 1650. Bring it on. We'll see who we get next. Okay, nice. We're paired again. We have the black pieces. We're like this close to 1700. Again, I'm not super proud of the way we've made it here. We've mostly been paired recently with lower rated or newer players, but those that we have faced that are higher rated have been really fun to play against and learn from as well. So we start with this knight check. The king does advance. We'll go ahead and defend with our ever so classy Bob. They do take. I guess I'll take back with the pawn just to target their Bob as well. And their having a Dragon Knight isn't really a concern considering my king is in the corner and anywhere they place it wouldn't be check anyways. Not to mention that they're both defended or covered. Yeah, 14 seconds left for the opponent. I think they're just trying to figure out how it is exactly that these pieces move. They're like, this darn knight doesn't even jump. This little Bob guy, I gotta stick him in the corner. My king is the most active piece. What's going on in this variant? All very fair questions. We'll shuffle the king over. Now, I am exposed to a potential check, but I guess I could always run back or even move forward, actually. And now I'm the one targeting the knight, and it doesn't actually have an escape. 2 seconds left for them to figure out what they want to make of this position, and they do flag the game, which gives us 4 more points. We're like this close to 1700. We need not even 5 points to cross 1700, and I think I'll call it a day there. Okay, we get the white pieces again. I was actually thinking, depending on how quickly I get my stuff done today, maybe I can come back and sit down and sort of giveaway chess style where it was solved completely, or at least soft solved for one move. I can sit down and choose an opening move for white, say Bob to b2 or whatever square that is, and sort of soft solve this as well. I don't know how many variations there are. I mean, there are a lot of moves like this, which aren't necessarily bad moves, but they're at least unlikely. So if I kind of solve my way through the most likely moves, I wonder if I can actually develop some sort of opening theory that I can play off of. I mean, that might even be a video, like I can prepare like 1 or 2, maybe 3 different openings to try, and then come back and play the variant and test them out. But we get furs 2, I want to call that H2, but if that's B2, how can that be H2? It would be more like D2. Okay, what do we do here? Push the pawn, target the Dragon Knight. We have less time than the opponent. I definitely can't lose this one, or else my rating is going to take an absolute Olympic dive back down. The opponent is taking their time thinking. They now have less time than we do. This is a tough variant to play in Bullet. You can play Blitz as well. There's just a different leaderboard for that. Not to mention, I think once I sort of get the hang of it, I'd actually gain quite a bit from playing this Bullet instead. I think I can take this. Yeah, because they were threatening to take my Bob there. 7 seconds left for the opponent. Like I said, it's their first time. I can't really blame them. Oh, I can't take that because the wow, I can't blame them at all. In fact, they're a threat. But I think I have Bob here with mate. Yeah, we do mate the opponent. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. We're 1 point away. Not even probably a full point. It's probably like 0.4 or something away from 1700. So we need to win 1 more game. That's all I need. We'll go ahead and queue up for the next one. But I think it'd be really interesting to sit down and say, okay, Bob here is usually met with knight here, Bob here, and maybe pawn push. Those are like probably the top 3 responses. And then after you pick that move, let's say Bob here, I'm going to play king to b1, and then top 3 responses from there. You know, maybe pawn push, Dragon Knight to g2, king over, for example. And I don't really need to comprehensively solve every single one. I just need to choose whatever the best moves are. And in theory, if the opponent plays anything other than those, I'd already be better. So if I lose it, it's my fault. I don't know. I'm sort of thinking out loud now, just waiting to get paired with 1 more person. And then hopefully we can conclude this on a good note of 1700. Okay, here we go. Ooh, 1781. If we win this, it'd be an amazing victory. Wait, why do they start by taking? What kind of gambit is this? I guess I have to take back. I mean, I don't have to, but it would seem it's in my best interest. I'm going to advance Bob. I think I'm already better, but I can't get too confident. What do I do here? Now I'm confused. Now I'm just befuddled. Not really sure what's happening. I mean, I guess they have the pawn to play with now. So maybe I should sacrifice my own Dragon Knight and get a pawn to play with as well. That actually does make some good sense the more I think about it. Let's see if they accept my counter gambit. They're thinking about it. Okay, we could just take and then play here? Does that make any sense? Why is this so confusing? No, let's go here. I'm very scared that I'm walking into mate here somehow. But I don't want to overcommit my pieces and then miss the opportunity to mate them later. We are put in check, sure. We'll move back out of the way. They can place the pawn with check, I move. And there shouldn't be anything else after that. Yeah, they move their Bob over. Check, king moves out of the way, and then what? Oh no, they block. Okay, check again. Now, check this way. Oh, I'm down to 9 seconds. Wow, and I managed to flag the opponent, but just barely on time. Incredible ending. I know you guys saw me go silent. I didn't even have time to announce that I was going to go quiet. I just had to focus up there. I think I played that terribly. I didn't realize that I had gained so much time back, but when I looked down and realized I think I had 14 and the opponent had 13 seconds, I realized I could slow down a little bit. I still played it extremely imprecisely, but we do finish that off with a rating of 1710. I'll go ahead and, what do I do here? Refresh the page? No, now my rating is gone. Let me see. Surely I'm not on the leaderboard yet. No, absolutely not. I don't even know if I've played enough to be on the leaderboard. I don't think I have 20 games under my belt because I don't show up at the bottom like I normally would. But either way, my rating now is 1710. We'll call it a day there. I need to do some sort of theory crafting, or you guys can leave your lines down below. If you are, or even if you're not high rated in this variant and you have an idea, go ahead and leave it in a comment down below. If you guys did enjoy, consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one.